In the process of so-called growing up, people have become so rigid. They smile once in 5 days. Laughter happens when they get drunk only. You don't hear simple, joyful laughter in many places. But when a child comes, without knowing why, you laugh, you crawl under the sofa, you do this and that, you learn to throw a ball properly. You do things which you would have never done by yourself, simply because this bundle of joy has arrived in your family, and it's a privilege. One thing is, the moment a child arrives, a whole lot of people think it's time to teach. I want to ask you a simple question. Who is more joyful, you or the child? Then who should be a consultant for life? The miserable one or the joyful one? Gautama went to every known master of the time. He was intellectually so brilliant and his longing so great. If he went to a place, what normally somebody would pick it up in years, he would do it in weeks. The 8 types of samadhis, he achieved all 8 of them, but still he knew this is not fullness of life, still longing. When nothing else worked, he took to an extreme path which is called as samanas. One of the most basic aspects of their life is they never ask for food, just keep walking, 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 walking. Gautama took the path so severely that he didn't walk in the direction as to where food is, he simply walked straight. In the process, he destroyed his body so badly, his body became so weak. He became all skin and bones because he did not go in search of food. Unless it came to him, he never ate. One day, he came to the banks of Niranjana. This is a small stream, just about 2 feet, flowing a little swiftly. He came, he tried to cross. Halfway down, he could not take another step. He did not have the strength in his body. There was a dead branch of a tree. He held on to it. We do not know how long he stood there. In his weakness, in his inability to stand there, holding on to this must have felt like a long time. It might have been just a few minutes, it may be a few hours, we don't know. But in his experience, it was a long time. He just hung there. He has no strength to take the next step, but he's not the kind to give up. Then suddenly he realized the problem was that he was trying to realize, not allowing that to take him, he's trying to take that. He's trying to realize something which is limitless, which is boundless. Then he became absent. Suddenly he had the strength to take those few steps across the river, went and sat down under the Bodhi tree. He sat down and decided, I will sit here. Either I must become a part of it or I will die here. I will not get up from this place. He just sat down. The full moon was rising and he attained to his fullest. And he sat there in a certain state of ecstasy and blissfulness.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. You always talk about how one should be… I wanted to know, what does it take in a person and what can one person do to instill a quality of absolute intensity, but at the same time be absolutely relaxed?
This question comes from a certain fundamental misunderstanding which is all over the place is, right now most people are made like this. If I ask you to be intense, you become tense. If I ask you to relax, you become lax. In tension and in laxity, your ability to perceive is greatly reduced, isn't it so? Yes or no? When you're tense, you don't even see things which are right in front of you. When you're lax, also you do not see. But to be intense and relaxed is the way. Right now Subiksha asked this question, why the snake? If you spend little time with a cobra, you will see it is always intense and relaxed. Always. Very intense and relaxed. Only when its life is threatened, it may become little tense. You can allow that much for a reptile, okay? But otherwise, it's very intense and relaxed at the same time. This is the quality of a yogi, intense and relaxed. You got to work at it. When I say you got to work at it, everything that's being taught to you, whatever the practice, however simple it looks, if you give yourself, that's what it is doing to you on one level. The voltage of your energy is slowly being raised. At the same time, it is becoming more and more relaxed within you. Because intensity and relaxation are the most essential qualities for you to be perceptive. Why am I going on talking about perception is, only what you perceive you know, rest is all nonsense. You can believe this and that, but essentially only what you perceive you know. Yes? At least you should know when you're getting into trouble. Yes? Most people do not know. Most people do not know when they're getting into trouble. They think only life situations are trouble. Life situations are situations. Some we know how to handle, some we do not know how to handle, some we handle well, some we handle in a ham-handed way, something we do. But if you do not know how to handle this and this, you are in real trouble. But most people don't get it. It happened. A missionary went to a very remote part of Africa 3 centuries ago. So he was surrounded by a very violent-looking cannibal tribe. Then he went down on his knees, looked up and said, "Dear God, I'm in trouble." Nothing happened. Then he said, "God, I came on your work and I'm in real trouble, you're doing nothing." Then God said, "No, you're not in trouble. Do one thing, you just pick up that stone which is in front of you and smash the head of the cannibal chief." He picked up the stone, inspired by God's words, and smashed the head of the cannibal chief. Then God said, "Okay, now you're in trouble." Something happened, something did not happen in your life, that's not trouble. When you don't know what's happening within you, you are in real trouble. Lifetimes of trouble, believe me.